See, I had a small car painting business. That's what I do. I paint cars and shit, blah, 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 blah. And that's my little shop right here where I do all my work at. But like I said, see, when I was a lot younger, like in the 2010s, see, niggas used to tell me, give me a hard time all the time. Oh, you too hard on the bitches and all this shit. Okay. That's why when I come across these channels, red pill, green, blue, and all this shit, be laughing at these niggas because you was the same nigga back then that was a simp like shit telling me I need to date men because I'm too hard on the bitches because I don't want to do this for them, I don't want to do that for them. Now you making all these videos, right? Empowering men. I've been doing this shit. Some of these dudes, they too young. You 25, 26, 27, 28 years old. You a youngster. Same thing with, you see all these men dating all these different types of women. I've been doing that. Matter of fact, when I was doing that shit, people would throw shit at us in the movie theater while we in line. Motherfucker. Make comments, nigga. Y'all got it easy. See, I take a Spanish girl out or Asian girl or a girl from Russia, whatever. It was always issues. Because I don't like fighting over women. There's too many of them. Oh, everybody, well, shit, what about her? What's wrong with her? I'm not going to not talk to her because she ain't black. If she want to talk to me and she a nice girl, I'm going to talk to her. We're going to conversate. So I ain't say shit. I let niggas have it they way. Now look. Now all you niggas making all these videos about these bitches. Oh, these bitches ain't this, they ain't that, man. Fuck these modern women. Woo. That's not what it is for real. You tired of simping. A lot of these niggas is the same niggas who simp for these stupid ass bitches. The same niggas that putting vagina on a pedestal like it's just so fucking amazing. It's only amazing for half these girls can't go. You fuck them longer than 30 minutes and they want to stop. They talk all this shit, right? I want a man with this, woo. You get him in the bed and fuck him past 30 minutes. Can you hurry up? It's hurting. I'm tired. Too hard. I'm too hard on the women. No. See, Adam. What was Adam? He was a simp. Grade A. That's where simping came from. That's where it originated from. What was Eve? Eve loved the serpent. I keep telling you niggas the same shit. Eve loves the serpent, bro. She loves Chad, Tyrone, Habib, Enrique. They love the lies, bro. They love the lies in the Bible. They love the lies. What are you talking about? Why are you so shocked at this? They love lies thousands of years ago. She chose lies and deceit over her husband. What did Adam do? Adam chose his wife over respect, boundaries, wisdom, the creator himself. You chose your woman over all of that. That's what fucked all of this up. You ain't supposed to fall in love. You're supposed to be in love. Who the fuck want to fall? I don't want to fall in nothing. You want to be in some shit, not fall in nothing. That's why it's called the fall of man, because he failed in love. He fucked up. Because you got to remember something. The man was made first. You understand me? First. When the woman was made, everything was in motion. The world was working. Adam was tilling the ground. There were animals already reproducing. She's coming in. There's life. There's trees. There's flowers. There's everything. Man was made before all of that. He named all of that. See? He named all of that shit. So a man was created in peace. It was quiet when a man was created. So women don't understand. This is the difference. See, a man, it's easy for a man to sit up here and be by himself because a man was created that way. He's created alone. Then the creator saying, oh, okay, hold on, wait a minute. My man, he got something on his mind. I got you. And the thing about it is you ain't got to believe the Bible, but look at the example. She did the same shit 10, 15, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 years ago that they doing right now. Choosing a serpent over their husband. You have a righteous man as a husband. That's not good enough. See, a righteous man making $40,000, $50,000 a year, average man, but he a righteous man. He's a good man. He's a protector. He's a strong man. He'll take care of you. You don't want that. You want Chad, Tyrone, Enrique, / the serpent, / the devil. Cool. And what ends up happening? What usually happens? They don't listen. Oh, well, the devil. Oh, it was this. Oh, well, Adam did this. It's not their fault. See? And maybe it isn't. Maybe it is 100% our fault. And maybe a lot of it isn't theirs. Are we the reason why they running around doing the shit that they doing now? Absolutely. Because y'all the ones who keep paying for it. You pay for this. You bait this. You want these types of actions. What kind of outcome is you getting? What kind of outcome is you getting? Nah, I mean, I ride a motorcycle every day, bro. Nah, I mean, the only way to ride a motorcycle every day without getting yourself killed is to treat every hazard like it's going to be something that's going to, be the last hazard. They tell you, don't dip, don't buck. For granted, not one. If you don't know a street, you don't speed down the street you don't know on a motorcycle. Do the same shit with a woman. You don't speed down nothing if you don't know her. When they say that they don't need you, don't push back against that shit. I mean, you just say okay, and you give them their space. Motherfucking tooth, man. Fuck, this shit hurt. You give them their space, and you go on about your business. You're always supposed to stay on your path, young man. What's wrong with you? Do you know how hard it is to carve a path out? I have a small shop where I paint my cars at, but it's mine. But you know how long it took for me to get this? How hard it is to keep this up? Sometimes you're a month behind rent, 2 months behind rent, because customers come, they want to come, they don't want to come. They got all these excuses why they don't want to come. They okay with spending $3,000, and next thing you know, they And see, man, we go through this when we build ourselves up. I start off with this small little shop right here, and I got my motorcycle joggers hanging up and shit. Ooh. We start off with this small shit and suffer and eat top ramen all day and all night, see? Building some shit up, see? But when this turned into 5 bays and I'm on, I get a shop on Florence or Gage, nigga, or Century. You riding down, nigga, you pushing down Century on Imperial, nigga, and you see a picture of a nigga with red dreads in the shop. You like, oh, that nigga got a spot now. And then what, a woman's supposed to come along, I'm supposed to just, bow down, hallelujah, and the whole shit. I'm not finna do that. She's supposed to be a plus young man, all the time young man, everyday young man, never a negative. She never supposed to take. She always supposed to add, nigga, and enhance, always. If that ain't happening, I don't need to say. If that's what's not happening, then she's taking from you. If you giving to her, that's not taking. That's you giving to her. Men are wired to want to give to a family, to when we program that way. But when a woman's taking and not enhancing, saying nobody want to listen to me. I'm telling you. That's why I don't have no sympathy for you niggas getting played out here and bitches is ghosting the shit out of y'all and doing all this and all that and stealing your resources that your blood, sweat, and tears pay for them resources you just giving away to these girls. That shit, I don't give a fuck. You ain't want to listen to me. I'm telling you, a mark or a buster is going to always be a mark or a buster. Took me a while to understand that. A nigga who's a mark is going to be one. He ain't never gonna change. You know, punk ass shit is always gonna be punk ass shit. A fucked up woman's gonna always be a fucked up woman. Okay, they wanted freedom, so they got it. Do you know how dangerous freedom is? I don't think a lot of y'all realize how dangerous freedom really is. Freedom is dangerous. Freedom isn't for everybody. I have freedom here. I can work whenever I want. But then you have some people who will never work at all. They'll keep making excuses and excuses and excuses. See? Because freedom ain't for everybody. Everybody can't handle freedom. Financial freedom, but you still have to be responsible. I still have to vet customers and get customers to come in to bring their shit, to pay bills. You can't just sit up in here and do nothing. And I got two other things I do on the side to make legit money because I have to keep the shop open while I'm trying to grow this bitch. And see, when I meet a woman, I tell them, if you can't help this, if you can't help me grow this shop into something, what am I doing? I'm trying to grow this. If you're going to come in and take away from me growing this, I mean, it's, think about it. That's how men think. If you coming in and help me put this together and help me grow this so we both can be successful later on in there, because this going to grow anyway. But as a woman, you're supposed to be thinking you come along and help this man. He blesses you and by taking care of you. Now, it's my girl, man. She helped me with all of this, bro. I don't care who look better, who tall. I'm not choosing her over her. She helped me. I'm not finna do that. But see, girls don't want that. You see, something I noticed, like, when a man is, if you don't help a man and he do it by himself, you're going to have to deal with that arrogance too. Because you could have came along, could have just helped him, but you chose not to, so he did it himself on his own, which is what a man going to do. He going to do it anyway. His attitude afterwards is what a woman ain't thinking about. Because you didn't give this nigga a hand in any of this, so he's going to show you his dick, for sure. Oh, bitch, you ain't sucking my dick, get the fuck out of my face. And what are you going to say? For you, time's ticking. I had a man tell me a long time ago, a very long time ago, I was in my early 20s. And the man told me, it was like, well, not a long time ago, but a while ago when I was in my early 20s, man, he was like, calm down, relax, African dude, I remember. It's like women, the clock, it ticks fast, it's short, don't worry. They don't have all day to play like they make it seem. You just keep doing you. And I never really understood, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? We all died. The men died before them. What the fuck is this nigga talking about? So now, I'm like, I'm starting to understand what this nigga was saying. Because I'm like, pregnancy health risk double for these niggas at 27, 28. I mean, fuck, you still relatively a young woman. You ain't even 30 yet. And then you start realizing nature got a different plan than what we got. You may want to be a man that don't want to work. No. That's not the plan, bro. Your ass gonna work, nigga. Believe that. You may not have to work as hard as the next man to make the same amount of money, but your ass gonna work. See, you gonna work. So there's some things that's not gonna change. It's not gonna matter what any of us do. Nature has the things that it wants, and a stable man with a young woman is what nature. You have to use your head. Like, nature's going to support something like that. So that type of situation is going to be blessed. That's why you see those type of people usually have successful relationships, because they're favored. The universe favors shit like that. That brings forth kids, children, community, a future. See, you bringing in kids the wrong way, and nature feels this way, feels a certain type of way about that too. Okay, then fine, because if men like program women, are you with the program? You don't have to be. Like, that's the thing. Like, you don't have to be with the program if you don't want to be. Men, I think the issue that men tend to have is you don't want these things, but then you're complaining. I ain't talking about, you know, I'm talking about punks or simps or whatever the fuck we gonna call these niggas, not them. That's why the game is twisted. It's been twisted from the beginning. Because it's simping. Shit not being in place. Because you have to ask yourself something, right? Like, let's just say, think about this. Like, why would the man be made first? Then you have to ask yourself, not only did he make the man first, he made the man first, then you have a time period from all the way up to naming every beast and fowl, every beast of the land, every fowl of the air. Right after that, he made the woman. So the whole ecosystem is already flowing in emotion before the woman's even brought up, before he's even looking at Adam, reading his mind, like, oh, hold on, I know exactly what you want. But the man made no mistakes. Because boundaries, rules, respect, all those things needed to be in play first before you bring a woman. Because a woman brings what? Family. A woman brings family and community, offspring, future, lineage. So a man has to really be grounded straight to lead something like that. Shit is no joke. Because you make bad decisions and it could cost you, cost you and your family everything. As you can see, niggas getting killed, going to jail left and right, and they leaving their women and their children out here unattended to. When in reality, the laws of nature, they end up being killed. Because no one's out. Who's going to save them? Who's going to protect them if you're in prison? No one's out here to protect them. You're fortunate enough that men have restraint to not do certain shit. It's like old boy said, what's stopping you? What's stopping anything from happening to you? It's just my restraint. Because if I wanted to take some shit from you, you wouldn't be able to stop me. There's some men who you try to take shit from them and they can't stop you, and that's another man. That's a different situation because there's a price for that. When you play games with men, there's prices you got to pay for that. That's why I said, in the beginning, bro, in the beginning, the very beginning, Adam and Eve, in the beginning, she chose Tad and Tyrone. She chose the slick talk. All that, the jittery shit. Not the straightforward, don't do this, don't do that she was instructed by her husband. That wasn't good enough. And imagine, she eats and it's not her fault. Oh, the serpent. Chad made me do it. Tyrone made me do it. So Chad and Tyrone made you open your legs up, all right. So Habib and Enrique made you, all right, okay, if you say so, that's what you say. Imagine walking around knowing shit is your fault, but always putting it on somebody else. How do you sleep like that? How do you go to sleep at night doing that type of shit? Putting everything on somebody else when you know it's you. Man, woman, it doesn't matter who you is. Man, woman, boy, or girl. You're supposed to be a straight shooter. You see a young man, you like him, you walk up to him. You may not necessarily be all up in his face, but you say, hey, I think you're a nice looking young man. This is my name. Maybe not today, but sometime, maybe we could chit chat. A man young and a man say, oh, okay. Not over the top. Walk straight up to me, let me know what it is, no games, no nothing. And see, a man like that, that makes a man drool. See, that's what you want. You don't want a man hunting you. You want a man drooling. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's like, oh yeah, he gonna come after this for sure. Like, this is guaranteed. He coming straight after this. And that's what these young ladies is looking for. But they don't know how to get a man like that. You just want a man to chase. And the men are like, okay, but what? Okay, so what am I chasing this girl for? Something. See, I used to ask niggas this shit. Ask yourself the question: why am I taking this girl out? Why am I taking this girl here? Why am I taking this girl there? And when I used to have conversations with women, they would get pissed off. I ain't no girl. I ain't no girl. Why you always calling us girls? Stop saying I'm a grown woman. I ain't no girl. Because I always call women girls because that's how they always act like girls. Oh, some girl. I got these girls coming over. Oh, I'm a grown woman. I mean, yes, I know some of y'all, but most of y'all act like little ass girls, so that's why I always call y'all girls. The ones who don't act like that, they the ones that a lot of them need to be trying to learn from, but a lot of them think they know it all. They see a woman with kids with a successful marriage and household as, ugh, like that's not, I don't want that, like blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but see, this lady gained a whole lot throughout her life that you will never have. She has a husband, kids, and she has network and work both ways. She got his network of people and her own network of people. She got a lot of different resources she can tap into. All you have is a job that we all know will ditch you after how long? You got to remember, men work till they die. It's programmed. You're not programmed for that. See, a man is already planning on working. The rest is like, even if it's passive money, he just chilling. And it's not so much physical work, but mostly mental work to get his money. Because as a man, you curse to work the ground. So you gonna work and you ain't gonna get out of there. I don't care if you just playing on a computer for 2-3 hours a day and then you done the rest of the day, but you gonna do some type of work. That's why a man carving out his path is very difficult. It's ugly. Because you got to move a lot of shit out of the way because everything ain't going to move just because they see you coming with a full steam ahead like a bull. You still got to figure out how to get through certain things and problem solve. I got to figure out every day how to get more customers in here. And it's not easy, because sometimes it ain't about you. It's just timing. Customers have things they deal with in real life that sometimes, a customer might set up a date ready to come in, you know, something happened, wife, kids, husband, girlfriend, anything, because life, we all know how life is. And then you got to wait and figure something else out. So men got to go through a ton, especially this. You see, this is what I say, this whole entrepreneur, business owner shit. This shit's hard, bro. And men are doing this shit, going through this shit, eating top ramen and hamburgers all day. Top ramen, hamburgers, top ramen and hot dogs, top ramen and hamburgers all day long, every day. Trying to cut as many costs as he can because this shit, it'll make you money, but it costs money, And I done had to do part-time jobs, 2 part-time jobs, and Uber Eats, whatever. See, men have to do whatever it is that it takes to get some shit to work. See, so I'm supposed to go through all of this to get this shop off the ground. And, just what any woman that comes along, I'm just he-ho about. It's like, that's not how that works. A man will sleep with you, but you will sleep with him just the same, really. So I don't know. When I was younger, a woman laying down, letting you, do your stuff to her meant something. Like they look you right in your eyes before, they look at you, bro. Almost like letting you know, like I'm giving you this is your chance right here, you know. And you know what they mean that shit. Now it's weird. It's like, well, everybody having sex, it don't mean anything. When I was younger though, like you getting on top of a girl and she, taking her clothes off, like I said, and she, look at you dead in your eyes before you, put that work in. But it's like different. It's like majority of the girls I run into, that's all they want to do is have sex. That's it. Let me telling my partners, it's like they act like men can't pick up on this shit. Like we know if a woman like this for real. Or I went to grade school, homie. We all went to grade school. We been on the playground when a girl like you, when you ain't even have all your teeth in your mouth, no money. You could, you just learned how to walk 2 years ago. But she hold your hand, kiss you on the cheek, the whole entire shit. When you 6, 7, 8 years old, it's the same thing. You know when a woman really likes you, bro, and you know when she doesn't. So if you know that she don't, it shouldn't even be any sweat for real. But see, that's not the mind of a simp, Simps are loyal to one thing. Nah, I mean, we all know what that is. You have a choice. You could put yourself in Adam's shoes. You choose her, or you choose respect. Which one? My partner, OG Knucklehead, rest in peace. Before he died, I love this man to death. Nah, I mean, uh, man, I miss him. Nah, I mean, like I first moved to LA, and man, I miss him, man. You know, he used to tell he'd tell me all the time and shit, nephew, what's respect? I used to be like free, and he used to be like, what's disrespect? I said it'll cost you everything. He said that's right. He used to push that all the time. Respect is free, disrespect will cost you everything. I had a man who was married for 38 years tell me this. Men is simple. You put respect in, you get love out. This man been married for 38 years and got a divorce afterwards, which means that him and her pretty much has separated probably year 25. Stayed together for the kids to help the kids get through, finish all the bills so they could just divorce as cleanly as they possibly could, which, why not? I'd rather leave without a bunch of mess rather than being emotional and then leaving and having to deal with it. Then you got a new husband, he got a new wife, and all this shit is all fucked up and weird and shit. 38-year marriage, and he told me that. And I'm like blown away because I'm like, this man been married longer than I've been living. Think about that shit for a second, man. This man been married longer than I've been alive. He's been with the same woman. You gotta put respect in, ladies, to get love. And respect is a motherfucker, because that means that a lot of the stuff you're doing, you can't. See, men already have to live like that. See, we're governed. Men are governed by laws, respect, rules, regulation, politics, where you can and can't go, how you can and can't dress, how you looking at a nigga when you walk in the store. We already know. Women have been protected somehow by this reality. So to them, it's just, yeah, let's go to the club. Yeah, but going to the club could get me killed if a nigga do some disrespectful shit to you because you don't got testosterone pumping through your veins. I do. Do you know how much of a bull it is to control that shit, yo? That protective shit when somebody being disrespectful. And you want, shit's hard. So I thank God for the gym. Nah, I mean, I go to class. I can box against, fight against another fighter. Nah, I mean, spar. reaction, whatever, with somebody else. If they hit me or I hit them, doesn't bother me at all. Ain't nobody going to go get no gun afterwards or anything like that. Because I'm telling, man's life is fucked up, man. Because you have a lot of traps out here. You don't know who, what, where, when, and why. And you can be killed like that. Or you can end up killing somebody else. See? And throwing your life away like that. So we govern by politics and rules and respect. If you don't show respect, you know you're going to have problems. We all understand this. You don't show respect, you will have issues. We know this. But see, women seem to don't have this understanding. See, because women tend to be very disrespectful at times. And say things to men, do disrespectful things to men that they know that another man can't even do. And see, when you choose everything but respect, you make the mistakes that they made. And even in the beginning of all of this shit, they made mistakes. And you end up doing exactly that.